It seems that all signs point to an inevitable duel between Darth Vader and Maul to either conclude Season 1 of Maul Shadowlord or at the start of Season 2. With the Empire growing more and more frustrated at the failed attempts by the Inquisitors to apprehend Maul, Devon, and Master Daki, I believe Darth Vader will take matters into his own hands and arrive on Janx. Now, this is all taking place 1 year after the Clone Wars, so Vader is technically at a weaker form than what we're used to, even though he can still beat pretty much everyone in the galaxy at this point, with the exception of a few people like Obi-Wan and Yoda. After losing to Obi-Wan in Episode 3 on Mustafar, Vader had to learn to do pretty much everything again. This goes from walking to lightsaber combat and everything in between. It also doesn't help when his suit was specifically designed to be uncomfortable in order to deepen his connection to the dark side. On the other hand, Maul isn't perfect either, as he does have the cybernetic legs, which we've seen giving him issues, leading to a near disaster when fighting Marrok and the 11th brother. So both are still working out some critical issues when it comes to their mobility that can hinder them in any given battle. It doesn't matter if it's versus an inferior or a superior opponent, it will be an issue. Now this fight I believe will take place in either episode 10, which is the season finale, or it will kick things off in season 2. It'll result in a failed attempt to stop one or all three of Maul, Devon, or Master Daki, and I feel it will play out something along the lines of us seeing a shuttle arrive, the screen goes black, and the iconic Darth Vader breathing is all we hear, and if it plays out just like that, I'd have chills. And now we know Vader is on his way to put an end to what his forces can't seem to do. At some point, we will get a big battle that will remind us a little bit of the Clone Wars, and one side will have Maul, Devon, Master Daki, Two Boots, Brenner Lawson, Rena, and the rest of Maul's Mandalorian allies, while the other side is going to be Vader, Marrok, the 11th brother, and tons and tons and tons of stormtroopers. Now this fight will be extremely long, and it will have an obvious focus on these 6 Force users, and that's what we want. Maul will take on Vader, while Devon and Master Daki each get one of the Inquisitors. Seeing Maul and Vader go one-on-one will be insane for so many reasons, but Anakin never actually fought Maul in the Clone Wars before. Their only interaction came in The Phantom Menace, and right now this is the most of Anakin Skywalker that still lives inside of Vader. And with each passing day, less and less of Anakin remains, even though deep down there will always be some small part of Anakin. So while we never got to see Anakin versus Maul, we really need to appreciate this being the closest we will ever get. Maul is a lot quicker and way more agile than Vader, and he will use his ultra aggression to his advantage. While that might work versus most opponents, Vader is too wise and will find other ways to best Maul. He will utilize his surroundings by throwing rocks and using his Force abilities such as Force Push and Pull. We still need to remember Vader is becoming one with his suit like I mentioned earlier, and he had to relearn how to do pretty much everything, and it's only been 1 year, so he is still pretty new to all of this. This isn't Episode 5 or Rogue One Vader when he's going full beast mode and just being a menace to everyone and everything in the galaxy. The wound is still fresh from his defeat to Obi-Wan, and he isn't at his peak Darth Vader form just yet. Maul's gonna find ways to get under the skin of Vader. While Maul knows that he can't best him in terms of raw power, he could probably get the upper hand in a few scenarios by using his words and just saying things to really bother Vader. What this will be, I'm not sure. We will have to find out, but it could be a way for Vader to let down his defense and allow Maul to try and land a significant strike. Now, Devon and Master Daki are dealing with the Inquisitors, and it will be interesting since we've seen both of them already defeated by the hands of Ahsoka. The 11th brother deflated, and Marrok turns into the green mist where it seems like Night Sister magic was used on him. We have no clue if they were previously defeated and brought back to life, or what's the story with that, and maybe we will get answers, or maybe they've already been brought back and they too make it out with Vader. There will come a point where I think Daki will be isolated and Devon watches from a distance as Vader engages with her master. Daki can't handle the raw strength and power of Vader. He holds his own for a little bit, but eventually he puts an end to him as Devon lets out a yell and watches her master fall to the Sith Lord. I think this is when a split decision will be made, and Maul will use this as an escape, knowing he can't beat Vader. Devon will retreat with Maul, knowing that if she stays, her fate will likely end up just how her master's did. What happens to Lawson, Two Boots, and company? I'm not sure because I believe Maul is going to get off-world as quickly as he can. Where will they end up? Who exactly knows? But I bet it will be somewhere far, far away. It will lead us to seeing Devon transform into Maul's apprentice, as Maul has anticipated this, and it will basically be the canon version of Darth Talon, which is what fans are really hopeful for. While I've enjoyed our time on Janx, they can't remain there. It's too dangerous and the Empire is there, and I don't see them leaving right away, even if they know that Maul and others have left the planet. Maybe Lawson will make an appearance later as a contact for someone, or he will be in a future show. Who knows, but I am hopeful this isn't the end of him, as he's been a pretty big focus in the show. What I do know is that we are in for a crazy final 2 episodes, and probably an insane start to season 2. Whether we see Vader at the end of season 1 or at the beginning of season 2, regardless, it's going to be special. So let me know how you think a potential duel between Vader, Maul, and all the other forces will play out in the comments below. What you expect to see from the season 1 finale, and how do you think the start of season 2 could be? Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed, use the force on that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one.